First Lady Laura Bush has signed a deal worth millions of dollars to publish a memoir. It will encompass her recollections of personal and historical moments, including her 8 years in the White House. The book will be published sometime next year.
And someone who's worked closely with the First Lady is author and historian Jane Hampton Cook. Jane, you served as the White House webmaster during the Bush administration, and you've written a book called The Faith of America's First Ladies. First of all, tell us what most impressed you about Laura Bush.
You know what most impressed me about Mrs. Bush was that life was really not about her. I had a meeting with her in the White House one day, and I was trying to give her a little credit for something on the White House website, and she really made it clear to me that, life was not about her, that it was really about the president. And so the fact that, she's very humble, and that a lot of women in her position would have just soaked up the limelight, but really life is not about her. It's really about service. And I think that really struck me about her in the White House, especially.
Yeah. Very humble. Well, in your book, you talk about the First Lady of Proverbs 31 in the Bible. Were there any First Ladies who were particularly known for their inner beauty?
There were. Harriet Lane, who is the niece of President James Buchanan, served as his First Lady. And in fact, a newspaper reporter came to the White House as part of the inauguration festivities with plans to write about the president, but he was so struck by Harriet Lane's outer beauty and her inner beauty, her grace, her dignity, that he wrote a paragraph this big about the president and one about this big about Harriet Lane. So yes, she definitely demonstrated what it means in Proverbs 31 to be clothed with strength and dignity, and also to wear fine linen and purple, that inner and outer beauty mix. Just a beautiful woman.
Interesting. Well, now Michelle Obama is, of course, a mom with 2 young girls. What other First Ladies were about her age? She'll be 45 this month, and at a similar place in motherhood.
Grace Coolidge was in her 40s when she became First Lady. She had 2 young boys, just a little bit older than the Obama girls. And, being a mom was very important to Grace Coolidge, as it is to Michelle Obama. And I know that Grace talked about how faith should be as natural as 3 meals a day, that imparting that kind of wisdom to your children should be natural, and that faith and biblical principles should be a part of that. So, yes, there have been other First Ladies who've come in at the same age and basic stage of motherhood.
What will it be like for Michelle Obama when she steps into the White House for the first time as First Lady?
I think it will be a sense of awe, and I think it will be very surreal. Grace Coolidge described it as a feeling of detachment. This was I, not yet I, the wife of the President of the United States, and kind of the realization that that role sort of takes over some of your personal interest. And so I think it will be a surreal moment, and I think it'll probably take her a while to get a groove and to feel like she knows kind of how she wants to do things as First Lady. It just takes time to get adjusted to that role, but it's a great opportunity to serve. And Grace Coolidge also said that, in loving service, a strength of beauty and of soul can be gained no other way. So service truly is a beautiful gift, and our First Ladies definitely have given that to us in the past.
All right, Jane, in your book, again, The Faith of America's First Ladies. Sounds fascinating. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.